Okay, so this is how to make a really cute beach scene. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with a basic white coat. This will make the colors a little more bright and able to see. Okay, start by making sure your brush is nice and clean. You don't want any colors on because you're going to use light colors and you don't want the darker colors to shine through and mess up your nice light color. You can just use a basic white coat. See? Any white will do. It's just so you're going to put a bunch of color on top of it. See, there's a white coat under there and you can't see it. There's a little white by the sand, if you can see that. And that is added on top of it, actually. That's not the base coat. Okay. So now, what you want to do is you want to take a little bit of yellow. This yellow is going to be the sand. You just need a little tiny bit. See the sand down here? You're just going to lightly paint that on. And if you want to make the sand look a little more realistic, you can add, while the yellow is still wet, take a little bit of white, but you want to clean out your brush, just a little tiny bit of white, and kind of mix it into that yellow that is already on your nail. You can't really stir it off of because you're not going to use that much. But if you ever do have to stir some nail polish, do not do it on a styrofoam plate. It like breaks the plate. It's kind of cool if you want to just experiment though. Okay, so if you see that, you can see how I mixed a little bit of white in there. And if you look closely, you can see that there's actually a touch of black in there. That's because I did not clean my brush well enough the first time. Now what you're going to do is you are going to take a light blue. I like this blue. I think it's really pretty. And you're just going to paint a little less than halfway up your nail. So. And if you paint too far up, do not try and take it off because your next color is going to be fairly dark, so you won't even be able to see it. It's all okay. Now what you're going to do next is you are going to take the white and make like this, like the wave crashing look almost. If you can see the little tiny bit of white just kind of dabbed in there. You don't have to necessarily dab. If you just get a tiny bit on, you can like kind of just like, I don't know, spray it out there almost. So just kind of. You just want to get that look. And if you pull some yellow up in there, I think that looks cool. It's all up to you. You can pull some sand looking. Okay, so I think that looks cool. You can do it a little bit less, a little bit more, whatever you think looks good. You don't even have to do it all. It just makes it a little more realistic look. So now you are going to take a darker color. And you're just going to kind of lightly do that over. You can use the normal brush because you're going to use a bit but not a whole lot. So like one little line right there will be more than enough. If you don't have any of these colors, you can just try and make it by mixing. Okay, so there we go. I like that. I think it's cute. Now I'm going to add the sky. This is going to be a light blue. So just kind of place that in there. This blue is not going to be very dark because it's the sky blue. So be careful, you don't really want to pull in that dark blue. Okay, now if you can tell the difference, the sky blues are different. Now that's because I didn't have the blue that I was looking for in like this color. So what I did was I just took a little bit of white and lightened it up. So go ahead and take some white. And just kind of mix it in. So there we go. Now, throughout this, you want to make sure your brush is nice and clean. So if you can see, all I've been doing this whole time is I have this by my side, so you probably can't see it very well. I am just kind of, this is just a tissue that I put nail polish remover on, and you just kind of, that's all I've been doing. So now what we're going to do is we are going to add the sun. So take your yellow, once again, same yellow, unless you have a different one you want to use. And just get some on your brush. And just kind of dab it in there. Make it the way you want your sun to look. You can make it bigger or smaller. So just like that. I like that. I think it's cute. I might add just a little bit more color to the top right of it. Kind of smear that a little. Okay, so I like that. Now wipe your brush off again. And now we are going to go into black to make the little birds. As you can see, like it's like right there. A bigger and a smaller one. You can put them wherever. You can put them on top of the sun if you want. So I'm going to put mine one, I guess, right here. You want to make sure you have a small brush for this one. The different nails need different size brushes. So there we go, there's one, and we'll get one more in here. I don't know. Maybe you just want to leave it at one. It's kind of a lot even for the snow. So just kind of put one right there. So there we go. Now for this one I added some like black lines in there to make it more look like waves. I mean, we can totally do that too. I'll add some lines in here. Put some down here in the sand. A little bit in the dark blue. I mean, you can't see it very well, but there we go. Thanks for watching.